Hey friends, welcome. In this video, I'm going to walk you through Whale 1.1. It's a Maxfor Live plugin that blends chorus, delay, and feedback into one simple but powerful device. It doesn't use a typical LFO approach. Instead, it builds movement by playing the chorus signal through delay and feedback, which lets you create everything from subtle Flanger style echoes to wide ocean-like chorus textures. So in this video, I'm going to break down how it works, what each section does, and show you a few ways you can use it on your tracks. We'll also look at it on the Push 3 standalone. Let's jump in. Okay, so here it is in live. Now, Whale is broken up into 5 different sections. We have delay section here, feedback section here, the main chorus section, filter, and then output and limiting. So let's start with the delay section, as that's the main body of Whale. So first bit is the timing. So we have milliseconds, then we have notes, we have triplets, and then dotted notes. We've also got quite a neat thing here where we can turn off if the pitch is affecting the delay when we speed it up or slow it down. Okay, so let's hear how this delay sounds and play around with some of the rhythms. So this is milliseconds, so we can increase it here. Nice. Okay, let's try note. Do a quarter note. Then we can just scroll up and down to either increase the time of the delay, or if we scroll down, it speeds up the delay. Then we got triplets. And then we got dotted. Cool. Now this is pretty cool. Notice this, when I speed up the delay, you notice the pitch sounded like a little bit like a record player speeding up and slowing down. We can turn that off by clicking this dial here. Now the pitch is not affected when we change the speed of the delay. So check this out. If I do the same thing now, turn it back on. Cool. And this dial here does the pitch change speed adjustment. So that's the main delay section. And then we go on to the feedback section here. We can engage the diffusion of the feedback here with this button, or we can have it off. We also have a flip phase for it. So if we leave that all off, let's just hear the wet dry of the feedback without any diffusion. I was very drunk. Okay, now the magic happens with this delay is when we engage that diffusion. We have a wet dry for the diffusion, so obviously if it's all the way down, not much diffusion going on. Then when we increase it by dragging up, we get more diffusion and more loveliness. Let's hear that. Now we're talking. Now this deals with the spread of the diffusion. So if I bring it down, almost gives it more of like a metallic sound, but then if I give it more space, we get that lovely church-like sound. So this section here deals with the volume of the early reflections. So if I put this over here to 100%, you're going to hear quite washed out reverbs, not much definition to the notes, which is still cool. And now if I increase this early reflections, you get a little bit more of a definition to the note. You're basically turning up the volumes of those early reflections of the notes. And then we have the percentage of the feedback here. So let's play around with those a little bit. Lovely sounds. Now, I really like the fact that when you start bringing up the percentage of feedback, it gets, well, it goes into the red for danger. So that's quite cool. Danger is always fun, so it's always good to know when you're in the danger zone. Now let's go on to the main kind of focus point of this plugin, which is the chorus section. Now the main section here is showing us a couple of things. The radius of this circle going around is the delay time. So if I increase it, you see it increases the size of the wheel. So this circular wave here is showing you the chorus speed and depth. So let's go down and have a look at some of these controls here. We have different wet modes. So this is how the chorus is routed within the delay and feedback. Now I'm going to show you the routings here up on the screen. So we have the original signal for number one going into the chorus, then the chorus is separated and goes into the delay, and then we got the feedback, and the chorus also comes to the output here. Now number two, the chorus is fed into the delay, then out and back into the chorus. And then number three, we have the delay first into the chorus, and it goes back into the delay as well as coming out. So we got three different routings of the chorus and the delay to play with. So let's hear how they sound. So we've already heard number one. So let's hear number two. Number one. Not much difference. Number three. Well, you can really hear that chorus in this one. Sounds a bit drunk, doesn't it? Now, this middle section here deals with the delay flutter. So let's look at playing around with that. See, that's what's giving it the drunk sound. Okay, so if we pull that back, we've got a bit more of a normal sound going on there. Nice. And then we've got a width dial here, so we can pull it into it so it's a bit more mono, the sound. Yeah, that's cool. And then we can spread it out really wide. Nice. Now these three parameters down here deal with the chorus. So if I increase this, you can see it changes the UI, and also it will change the sound. So if I bring that in. Okay, so obviously that's like max chorus speed. So if we bring the speed down again. Nice. And then we have the chorus depth as well. So if I increase the depth. Okay, let's bring it back. And then we have the shapes. We can either have it as a sine wave or we can have it as a triangle wave. Now let's take a look at the filter here. Now we can engage it by clicking this little icon here, and it engages a low cut filter, which is a high pass, and then a low pass, which is a high cut. And we have like a cue point underneath as well. So let's check out the high pass first, and then we'll also check out the low pass afterwards. So it really takes out some of those lows in diffusion there. So let's try the low pass. Now we have the final section, which is essentially the output section. So we have a drive, and then we have an asymmetry, we have a limiter, and then we have a limiter ceiling, and then we have the wet dry. So let me demonstrate those. I'll bring some drive in, play around with the asymmetry of the drive. We'll turn the limiter off and on and do some more wet dry balancing. also another bonus to this device is it works on the Push 3 standalone. Let's jump onto the standalone and see how it all works. So here we are with the standalone. Let's get cooking. So it's been loaded onto the Push 3. So you transfer it just like any other audio effect to the Push 3. We've loaded it up. If I press play, we can hear the sounds of it on the Push 3. We have the main sections here. We have the delay, so we can change the time. We have the feedback. Turn the diffusion off and on. We have the chorus, the different chorus types, chorus shape, chorus speed, depth, delay, flutter, and the width. We also have the filter with the high pass. And then we have the dry wet limit. So that is Whale 1.1. What a fantastic delay chorus effect. It's really cool. You can see you can get really subtle textures from it, but then you can get these complete ocean-like crazy spaces from it.